Hello there, you're welcome to my space. My name is Grace and I'm super excited to have you on this platform. Thank you so much for stopping by. So the long-awaited 2025 is here and running already. Now the question is, how far do you think you can run with the year? The lighter you are, the faster you can travel with the year. So the Lord will have us declutter our space this year for us to be able to run along with His program for our lives this year. Like I said, the year is running already. Well, how prepared are we to run not just with the year, but with God's program and agenda for our lives? Hence the need for us to declutter our space. Just the way you declutter your home to make it more pleasant and habitable, just the way you declutter your phone for improved performance, there is need for you to declutter your spiritual space. Yeah. And the Bible, speaking in Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1, admonishes us to lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us. If you must travel with God's agenda and purpose for your life this year, you must lay aside the weight. Now, a weight is not necessarily a sin. A weight is anything that can hinder your relationship with God. A weight is anything that can slow your movement. A weight is anything that can reduce your progress. A weight is anything that can dim your light. A weight is anything that is heavy, that can put unnecessary pressure on you, thereby limiting your productivity. God would have you lay them aside this year. I don't know how your relationship with God was last year. I don't know how sweet it was last year. But one thing I know is that if there is good, there is better. And if there is better, there is best. Your relationship with God last year might have gone well, but there is need to improve on that this year. Your relationship with God may not have gone well last year because of the weight. Now, do you know that the weight could be your job? Yes. When you start allowing your job to take the place of God, to the point that you don't have any time for God, that job becomes a weight. Now, a weight could be your phone. Because it's so easy these days to wake up and the first thing we look at is our phones. The first thing you look at in the morning when you wake up is the throne of God, not your phone. Your hobby could be a weight. Your association could be a weight. Self-imposed limitation could be a weight. Oh, I don't think I am good enough for this. Oh, I don't think I'm good enough for this. That's why I cannot do what God is asking me to do. That could be a weight. Low self-esteem could be a weight. So if you must go far this year, if you must run with God's purpose and agenda for your life this year, there is need to take out those things that can hinder your walk with God. It could be a person, it could be a thing. There is need to lay it aside. There is need to take it out. Because if you must enjoy the best that God has for you this year, you must be willing and able to partner with Him to bring to pass that which He has for you this year. One thing I want to let you know is that this year is beautiful. Yeah, it is a good year and it will be a good year for you. But regardless of how beautiful God has packaged this year, you have a part to play. You have a role to play to make sure that that beauty that God has ordained for you this year comes to pass. And one way to do that is by laying aside the weight. The weight could be too much eating. Yeah, God is telling you to fast and your flesh is saying something else. The weight could be anything. Every true success that we enjoy in life springs up from the wells of our spirit. And if your spirit man is poor, your outer productivity will likely be poor. But if your spirit man is rich, if your spirit man is gigantic, my dear, there is no limit to how far you can go this year. God wants you to travel far this year, but there is need to declutter your spiritual space. Make room for two, just you